Okay, let's start about the virtual classroom today. Okay, first question is simultaneous equation. Yeah, I think this is one of the easiest question among the whole paper too. Yes, so this one, I don't think anyone will face a problem about this one, but I just go through this one quickly. So we can either make x or y as a subject, but in this case, because most of the time when I solve simultaneous equation, I do not like to have the fraction. So in this case, if I have 2y minus x equals to 5, right? I will make x as a subject rather than y as a subject because I do not like fraction. So I have x equals to 2y minus 5. So if I make y as a subject, I will have 5 plus x over 2. Then it is fraction. So fraction, somehow a lot of students tend to make mistake. So yeah, if I make x a subject, I have no fraction over here. Alright, then I substitute this one. I call this one number 2. So I sub 1 into 2. I think most of you can do this one very fast lah. So yes, so I just write over here. So my x is what? My x is 2y minus 5. X multiple y plus 3y squared minus 8x. Oh my god, x, I should write the other one. Let me undo. Okay, my x will be 2y minus 5 equals to 36. Yeah, I just solved this one. So this is 2y squared minus 5y plus 3y squared. Yes, and then we have minus 18y plus 40. And then this one is minus 36 equals 0. Okay, so yeah, just plus y squared and y squared. You have 5y squared over here. And then y and y, you know you can solve, right? Minus 5y minus 16y minus 21y. And then this one and this one you can solve. I think you will get plus 4 equals to 0. Alright, this one I think is quite simple. It's just 5y and y over here. 0. This one will be 4 and 1. So obviously it's minus minus for both. So I can easily get y equals to 1 over 5 or y equals to 4. Then I substitute back into 1. Actually I substitute back into this one. So I will get x actually equals to 1 over 5 minus 5. Which is x equals to 2 over 5 minus 5 is negative 23 over 5. Alright, then I substitute when y equals to 4. So x equals to 2, y equals to 4, right? 4 minus 5, x equals to 3. Yeah, just like this 5 mark. Alright, so yeah, number 1, I don't think any one of you will have issue on number 1. So I'm going to move on to number 2. What is this? Okay, without drawing an ogive, calculate the median length. The purpose of it, he said, without drawing an ogive is because you cannot find the median values on your graph. You have to calculate out. So I hope all of you know about the median formula. Median formula should be lower boundary of the median plus frequency over 2 minus cumulative frequency before the median class over frequency of a median class multiple with class size. Yes, this one is the median formula. So since this one is 3 mark, I think it should be quite simple. So first thing, you want to find which one is the median class. What you need to do is you have to sum up the total frequency here. But then most of the time, the question actually will give you which is 50. So total frequency will be 50. So the median class you're trying to divide to is 25. Alright, 25 or 25.5. Depend you use which formula. Sometimes some reference books say m plus 1 over 2 th to find which class is the median class. So 50 plus 1 over 2, I think is 25.5. Okay, so you see 25 will locate in which quadrant? This is 5. 5 plus 6 is 11. 11 plus 22 is 11 plus what? This is 11 plus 11 will be 22. So 25 will be over here. So that means 25 th will be in this class. So if you find this one, so this class I'm going to call it median class. Median class. Alright, so if you got the median class already, then yeah, you can got all the information and you just substitute in. So I'm going to show you how to do this one. Okay, so let me erase those unnecessary one because I need a lot of space for this one. Okay, so I call this one is the median class. I write m here. Okay, how I find this one is a median class, I just repeat. You just plus the frequency until you get 25 because total n over here is 50 what? 50 divided by 2 you know is 25. So you plus this one 11, 22, 25 were located over here. Alright. Okay, then since this is median class already, we want to find LM is what? Lower boundary of the median class. So the lower boundary for this one will be 34.5. How to find lower boundary? 34 plus 35 over 2. Mean the lower class limit plus the upper class limit we divide by 2. So it will be 34 plus 35 divided by 2, which is 34.5 lah. Just let me straight away do this one. N, we got the N already. N is 50. N is total frequency over 2. Minus capital F is what? Cumulative frequency before this class. So this class is over here, right? Before this class is this one. So all of this we plus together, we call F. So 11 plus 11 is 22. Over, so FM is the cumulative frequency of the median class. So this one will be, no, Fn is the frequency of the median class. What am I saying? So frequency of the median class is 12, isn't it? It's 12, so over 12. Multiple with class size. Class size is the size for this one. So class size, you cannot use 39 minus 35. Then you got 4 is wrong. You have to use the upper boundary minus the lower boundary, which is 39.5 minus 34.5. So which is 5. Or you can calculate using your hand like 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. It's 5 number can inside here. So class size will be 5. Because a lot of students tend to make mistake is straight away use 39 minus 35, then you got wrong. After you got this one, you just press your calculator. I believe you can get the answer easily. Okay. This one, okay, normally I press calculator, I press this one first lah. This is 25 minus 22, which is 3. 3 over 12, 3 divided by 12. And then multiple 5. And then plus 34.5. Yeah, I got 35.75. So this one is the median score. Okay, so once you got your answer already, what you need to do is you always check whether the median score actually is inside the median class or not. Because 35.75 should be inside here, right? If let's say your final answer is like 34, then you know your answer is wrong already, because 34 should fall in this class. This is not the median class. And then I see someone actually raise hand just for J.K. Wiley. Yeah, for J.K. Wiley, you got any problem? Why you raise hand? Anything I can help you? If not, I'm going to move on. Okay. Yes, this is how we find the median. After you got your answer already, I can't see the whiteboard. Any one of you can't see the whiteboard? Maybe you can try to log out and log in again. I'm not sure. You are using your smartphone or actually you're using the computer? Using iPad should have no issue. Just let me check what is the problem. Let me zoom in and zoom out, see. Okay, can you actually see the whiteboard now? If you still cannot, maybe you have to really zoom in and trying to log out and log in again. Yes. Yeah, for J.K. Wiley, you actually trying to exit and trying to join again. Should be any one of you over here is using iPad also? Because last time I tried using iPad, should have no issue. So actually, I'm not sure why. Because right now, actually, I upload a PDF already, and yeah, and most of the students actually can see the whiteboard. So maybe you're trying to log in again. Yeah, reply for the shop 2. Actually, you have a raise hand button, I think, on your right or top of your right hand side. You will see something like raise hand one. Okay. Okay, let me move on. Calculate the standard deviation of the distribution. Yeah, okay. Normally, standard deviation, I will recommend students to actually draw out the table. Okay, so you understand about median already. I'm going to erase the median. Alright, so now we go to the standard deviation. So what is the formula for standard deviation? Yeah, you should know the standard deviation will standard deviation, yeah, no square here, will equal to square root of sum of fx square over sum of f minus mean square, which is sum of fx over sum of f square. This is the formula of the standard deviation. Now you want to find a standard deviation. What you need to do is, now you know this is f. You have to form your new table, which is you have to actually draw out. Let me see, can I draw a table here? Oh no, this graph, no, it's okay, just undo this one. Never mind, I just form my table here. Yeah, I hope this one should be enough space for me. Alright, so you got f ready. What you need to do now is actually you have to find your x. What is x? X is actually the midpoint. Midpoint is very easy. If you want to find the midpoint, what you need to do is actually you just lower limit plus the upper limit divided by 2. So 24 plus 20 divided by 2, I think is 22. It's not mistaken. Then this one is 27. And then you can see the pattern is here plus 5 only. So this one will be 32, 37, and 42, 47. Okay, x is the midpoint. Please remember x is the midpoint. Alright, then fx. Midpoint multiple frequency. Use your calculator. 22 times 5, I think 110. Yeah, 110. And then 27 multiple 6. You got 162. And then 32 multiple 11. You get 352. And then 12 multiple 37. You got 444. And 9 multiple 42. You got 378. And 7 multiple 47, you got 329. Alright, then, okay, you got fx already. You always do something like this is sum of f, right? It's 50, we do it just now. And then we also need to do the sum of fx. Mean all the fx plus together, what is the value? Then we'll plus them. 110 plus 162 plus 352 plus 444 plus 378 plus 329. Yeah, this is normally how I do. 1775. And then I'm going to do fx square. What is the meaning for fx square? Fx square means fx multiple x. Alright, fx multiple x. Alright, so that means this one multiple this one. Okay, I hope you actually see that. So yeah, so it will be 110 multiple 22. Normally this one number can be very big. But in this case, I think it's not that big. Because sometimes can go until 6 digits. 27. So this one is 4374 and 352 multiple 32. Then this one will be 11264 and 444 multiple 37 is 16428 and 378 multiple 42, which is 15876, and the last one is 329 multiple 47. Is 15463. Yeah, for this part you must be careful because yeah, your number, when number go until too big, sometimes you will write something wrong, and then you just plus everything together. 2420 plus 4374 plus 11264 plus 16428 plus 15876 plus 15463. Alright, so my answer here will be 65825. Yes. So the tips is you have to make the table for that. Yes. For standard deviation or variance, please, if this one is a group data, please make the table for it. It will be much more easier than, because a lot of students tend to like sketch out and then yeah, because when you go to fx square, you will make mistake one. Because this one is still okay. This one is just like 5 digits. Sometimes go to 6 or 7 digits. If you have no table, you will make mistake easily. Right. So I got Ayah Husna. Yeah, Husna? Ayah Husna, you got any question want to ask? Yes. What's your problem? Difference between standard deviation and variance. Oh yes, actually variance actually will equals to okay, I know that standard deviation is square root of the variance. So you can say variance is actually standard deviation square. Yeah, but then I prefer the first one. This is a relationship between standard deviation and variance. So if I got the final answer here, I just need to square my standard deviation, then I can get variance easily. Okay, I hope I answer your question. Alright, so I got everything ready. Then yeah, I calculate my standard deviation here. So square root of, what is my sum of fx square? Is over here, 65825. So sum of f is just 50. Alright, and sum of fx I got ready. Oh, this is not my equal, this minus. So this one will be 1775. Sum of fx, okay, it's over here, divided by 50 square. The whole thing square here is different with this one. A lot of students tell me this one and this one actually is the same. Then you will got 0. They are not the same. Alright, so then you just press the calculator. Yeah, 65825 over 50. Yeah, I put the bracket 1775 over 50 square. And then I square root my answer. I got 7.5. Should be correct. So this is the final answer of standard deviation. This is just a symbol I use for standard deviation. Variance normally is something like this, and then you have square. This one is a variance. So standard deviation got no square. But then if you don't understand about this symbol, what you can do is you just write standard deviation equals to. But please remember this formula, because this formula actually no need to remember. You have to understand because it's given. But if you remember, it will be better for you lah. Right, so I move on to the next question. Okay, what is this one? Solution by skill drawing is not accepted. Okay. So over here, yeah, we have one diagram. Diagram 3 show a right triangle ABC and the straight line AB intersect on x-axis and y-axis at point A and B respectively. So the equation of the straight line BC. Okay, so we got some equations. So yeah, I'm going to write it down, the equation over here. BC, so BC is y equals to 2x plus 3. And the equation of the straight line AC is x equals to k. This one is x equals to k. Alright, yeah, this is all the information we have. Yeah, we're going to start to find the values of k. So basically, this one is quite simple. If you want to find the values of k, what you need to do is actually you have to find the straight lines of AB, because we know A is just the x-intercept of the straight line AB. You want to find straight line AB will be very simple. Let me change some other color. Alright, so first thing, they are 90 degree. When they are 90 degree perpendicular, I will link to one formula. M1 multiple M2 equals to -1. This formula specially for 90 degree. Alright, so my M1 here, because you always need to check, is this one in the form of y equals to mx plus c or not? So in this case, yes, this is y equals to mx plus c, because sometimes it's 2y or 3y. Then that one you have to divide 2 or divide 3 lah. But in this case, the gradient is simple, 2. So I just do 2 multiple M2 equals to -1. Then my M2 will equals to -1 over 2. Okay, if I got my M2, what is my M2? M2 is the gradient for this one, straight line AB. So my M2 equals to -1 over 2. Then if I need to find the equation, what I need is, I need one coordinate, because now B and C I do not have any coordinate. I can't form the equation. So if I want to find B, I know B actually is the y-intercept of the straight line, right? So B is 3. Because C, do you see the C here? So Y is 3. So this one, B is 0, 3. So now, I got 1 point, I got gradient, I can form the formula of AB. So formula of, mean the equation of AB will equals to what? Y minus y1. Y minus y1 equals to m x minus x1. Alright, so I'm going to do y. What is my y1 will be 3 minus 3 equals to m. M is just -½ x minus 0. Then I just solve this one. Y equals to Yeah, negative half x plus 3. Okay, this one will be the equation of AB. I write the equation here. Equation of AB. Alright, this is equation of AB. Okay, someone raised hand actually. Yeah. For Aya, you got any more question? Okay, if no question, I'm going to move on. Okay, so after I got the equation already, I will label my equation there. So AB I got already is y equals to negative 1 over 2x plus 3. Alright, now I want to find A, because if I find A equal to 3, this equation called x equal to 3. If my A equals to 5, this equation for AC called x equal to 5. Because obviously this one is parallel to y acid. Alright, so over here, I want to find this one is simple. Because this is x acid, right? I always say x acid means when y equals 0. Because on the x acid, all the point y will equal to 0. So 0 will equals to negative half x plus 3. So half x will equals to 3. X will equals to 6. So that means my A is 6, 0. So what is my K? My K will be 6. Because x equals to K what? Since x equals to K, so 6 will equals to K. So K will equals to 6. That's all. 3 mark. Alright. How do you use y equals to mx? How do you use y equals to mx plus c? Yeah, in mx I will recommend you actually use this formula y minus y1 equals to mx minus x1. Yeah. Okay, can you hear me? Yeah, I mean for mx you have to use the y minus y1 equals to mx minus x1. Just don't use y equals to mx plus c. Yes, if you want to use y equals to mx plus c, yes, you can use also. It's the same, both also for you to find. But I will recommend you to use this one, is faster. Okay, let's see. If I use y equals to mx plus c, is something like y will equals to negative half x plus c. Then I substitute my coordinate into here. Will be, what's my coordinate? 0 and 3, right? So 3 equals to negative half 0 plus c. So your c is 3, right? So y equals to negative half x plus 3. Yeah, I think you can use this one also. But actually the first formula is easier and faster. Yeah, they are the same. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to move on to the second part. Okay, he says that the coordinate of D, if the straight line BC extend to D, straight line BC extend to the point D such that in that fraction, okay, so I'm going to like erase those is unnecessary one, because yeah, I have so limited space for me to write here. So I hope you all understand about this one. Oops, I need this equation. Okay, so now, what's the meaning for extend? Extend, he said BC extend to D means I might extend. It's fine. I think I do not need this equation. Okay. Extend to D mean maybe extend like this. This is the meaning extend. Okay, so he said coordinate D if the straight line BC extend to D. Okay, so extend to D. So that 2BC equals to 3CD. So normally I see something like this, I will write in a fraction. 2BC will equals to 3CD. So BC, I move the CD to this side is over CD, right? I move the 2 to this side is 3 over 2, right? So I got the fraction now. BC ratio CD will equals to 3 ratio 2. I hope you know actually fraction we can write in a ratio. So BC is 3. Where is B? B to C is 3. CD is 2. So I got something like 3 and 2 here. Okay. Then what? Then, yeah, you just need to use the ratio formula. I hope you understand about the ratio formula. Ratio formula is what? Something like mx1 plus nx2 over m plus n, comma my1 plus ny2 equals to m plus n equals to xy. Alright, this is the formula for ratio. So let me just randomly draw a line here. Okay, so I just draw something looks similar, just give you all some idea. Never mind, draw again. Okay. We are trying to draw a similar. Okay, so this is line from B to D. Then I label the line. Okay, let's say this is B, this is C, and this is D. Alright. We do not know D because it definitely asks us to find point D, right? Yeah, find the coordinate of D. So I do not know D, I will put an XY here. Do we have B? Yes, we have B is 0, 3. Okay, the problem now is we do not have C. But then we know about this equation. Just now we just find this is x equal to 6. So that means we got the equation of this one, right? At the beginning, we can find C, use the equation, which is this one. Y equals to 2x plus 3, right? So when y equals to 2x plus 3, when my x is 6, so I got 2, 6 plus 3. So yeah, so I can know my y easily. My y actually is 12 plus 6 is 15. So my x is 6, y is 15, so this one called 6, 15. Alright, this is how I get the coordinate C. If you want to get the coordinate C, you can easily substitute back into the equation. But you must know the x value lah. But since this line is x equal to 6, it's simple. Okay? Yeah, let me reply some question first. Yes, but he said faster use, yeah. Sorry teacher, got to go, internet problem. Thank you very much. No problem. Yeah, see you next time. Okay, so after we got everything ready, you have to give a ratio inside here. So we have the ratio over here, which is 3:2, right? So 3:2. Alright, so if you got this one ready, I'm going to apply into the formula here. But what you need to remember over here is something like this. We always use the ratio, mean the m, we multiply the further coordinate. M cannot multiply the nearer one. Okay, so it will be 3 multiply the further one is x plus n, which is 2, multiply the further one is 0. 2 multiply 0 is just 0. M plus n is over 5. Same to this one. 3 multiply the further coordinate is y, 3y. 2 multiply the further coordinate, 2 multiply the 3 here is 6 plus 6 over 5. Then we will got the answer is a middle coordinate 6 and 15. 6 and 15. Alright, so this is how we solve this one. Then we have to understand something. If you got, after you got this one, x coordinate have to compare with the x coordinate, and y coordinate have to compare to the y coordinate here. Okay, so what I have over here is this is 3x over 5, right? So 3x over 5 will equal to x, right? 6. So x is just equals to 30 divided by 3, 10. X is just 10. Alright, for y is 3y plus 6 over 5 equals to 15, right? Then this one you have to press the calculator lah. Let me just press the calculator. 15 multiple 5 and then minus 6 divided by 3, 23. Yes, thank you for that. So y equals to 23. Then we got our coordinate D is 10 and 23. Simple. Alright, so geometric coordinate I think is one of the chapter is easier to score because you only have few formula, and then those formula you just remember and understand it. Yeah, you can easily do, and most of the formula is given in the SPM exam. So you must understand about something like this. Means this one, whenever you multiply, must multiply the further coordinate. This one you have to multiply the further coordinate. If you did in just now, you use 3 multiple 0, 2 multiple x, then your whole question will be wrong because you have to multiply the further one. Alright, this one I emphasize almost in all the video when I make this kind of question. So remember it. I'm going to move on to the next question. Oops, locus. Yeah, we still have a locus. Okay, locus is one of the locus in SPM is still okay, quite simple. But when you go to STPM, it's different story. Right. So he said P moves such that distance from B is always 5 units. So I just want you to remember something. Whenever you see locus in this chapter, always link to the distance formula, because in your level, locus, you can use distance formula to solve. What is the distance formula, by the way? Distance formula will be x1 plus, oh no, x1, yeah, x1 minus x2, sorry. Yeah, x1 minus x2 square plus y1 minus y2 square. And then square root the whole thing. This is distance formula. Alright, so I just explained something about the locus here, but then actually you don't need to understand so deep. So over here, what's the meaning for P such that distance from B is always 5 units? Mean if this one is B here, my P is always 5 units from here. So it's something like this. Yeah. So you see the circle here? Yeah, the circle here is the locus of P. Okay, this one will be the locus of P. Okay, so from P to B here is always 5 units. So no matter you see where the P move, as long as the 5 here is the radius, right? No matter where the P moving, the distance from P to B is always 5. Okay, this is the meaning of locus. But then in your level, it's simple. You just need to understand PB equals to 5. Alright, then I just use the distance formula. Alright, you do not have P coordinate, right? So I'm going to call P equal to xy. Do I have the coordinate of B? Yes, I have B is 0, 3. Okay, so what I will do is, I will do here, B is 0, 3. Then I use the distance formula over here. So x minus 0 square plus y minus 3 square equals to 5. Then I throw the square root to the other side. This is x square. This one is plus y square minus 6y plus 9. Then this one equals to 25. Because I move the square root to the other side, it will become 25. Then I just move all the number here. So x square plus y square minus 6y minus 25 is minus 16 equals to 0. Done. This one will be my locus. Okay, because the locus equation is ax square plus bx square plus cx plus dy plus e equals to 0. This is the equation of locus. Alright, but then in this case it's quite simple. Okay, I hope you have no issue about locus. Because locus, just remember, whenever you see locus, just use the distance formula. Alright, whenever you see locus, just use the distance formula. Okay, then I'm going to move on to number 4. What is this? Okay, Mujahid start to save from his first years of the work. In the first year, he saved 6,000. Alright, every year his saving increased 15% from his previous years. Okay, find his savings after 10 years. Alright, I think this one is something like progression. Mostly it's geometric progression. So here, he says 6,000 is the first year. And every year his saving increased by 15%. So I want to know, what is the saving for the next year if increased 15%? A lot of students will do like this. They multiple 0.15 because they say 15% is 0.15. 0.15 for 15%. Yes, you are right. But then if you multiple 15% for 6,000, you will get the number is smaller. So where's the percent? Actually, I never pressed percent for very long already. Where's the percent in? I saw it. Yeah, you got 900. In possible second years, he saved 900, right? So you have to understand the question before you do the multiplication. So here, what is the meaning is something like this. Why my words was missing itself? All right. So what you need to do, if it's saving increase 15%, second year over here you have to multiple 1.15. Because the 100% is still remain, right? So you have to multiple 1.15. So 6,000 multiple 1.15 is 6,900. So this is what happened in second year. So in the third year, you multiple 1.15 also. So you use the answer, multiple 1.15, you got 7,935. And continue. Alright, why I need to plus 1 over here? Because I plus 1 mean I include the previous year saving also. Because previous year is 6,000, right? Because you increase, right? So it's, just increase another 900, so 6,900. And then use this amount, multiple 1.15, continue. Alright, so over here, if this one is a progression, we know we have to do A and R, right? A is just 6,000. And we got R is 1.15. Okay, if this one is the geometric progression, we must be careful because geometric progression for Sn you have two formula. When R is bigger than 1, your Sn formula will be A multiple R power of n minus 1 over R minus 1. Alright, if R is less than 1, yeah, because in this case R is bigger than 1. If R is less than 1, you have to use the other one. If R is less than 1, you have to use this one. 1 minus R power of n over 1 minus R. Alright, so you must always be careful on your R. Because in this case, if you R, you put 0.15, you have to use the second formula. Mean the whole thing will be wrong. Alright, so if I got this one, they want to know what? He's saving, oh no, sorry, this one is a 10 years. So he want to know the 10 years is sales only. So that means you just need to find T10. Alright, so Tn will just equals to ARn minus 1. Because previously I thought you have to like from first year sum until the 10 years. Okay, but in this case they only want to know his saving in the 10th year. So I just want to find T10. So T10 will equals to A 6,000. R is 1.15. Oops. Is 1.15. N is 10 minus 1 is 9. Then I press the calculator. 6,000 multiple 1.15 power of 9. Yes, so it will be 21,100 0.7.26. Yes, this is a saving 21,107.26 in the years of 10. Yes. Alright, so this is A, and then we're going to go to the B. Alright, so over here he says the minimum numbers of the year when his total saving exceeds 1 million. Alright, so we want to know if saving like this. Yes, the minimum number of the years when his saving will exceed. Total saving, yeah, total saving. The word total here is very important. Because total here means you have to sum up everything. So total here, give me some hint, is sum of the n will exceed, mean have to bigger than 1 million. Alright, so I'm going to solve this equation in order to get the correct answer. So I need more space, so I'm going to erase something is not useful one. I think this one is not useful for me now. So I erase everything here. Alright, so over here, okay, so now I want to find Sn will bigger than 1 million. So what I do is, yeah, my Sn going to use this formula. So 6,000, R is just 1.15, power of n minus 1 over this 1.15 minus 1 will bigger than 10,000. 10,000 1 million. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so after that I'm going to solve this one. So I'm going to solve this one. This is 0.15, right? I move to the other side and then divide by 6,000. Okay, so I'm going to press 1 million. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, multiple 0.15 because I 1.15 minus 1, right? 0.15, and then divided by 6,000. I move the 6,000 to the other side. 25. So here I got 1.15n minus 1 will bigger than 25. Alright, then this is 1.15n will bigger than 26. Minus 1 just plus 1. And then you want to take out the power, you have to add the log, right? So I add the log for both sides. Log 1.15n will bigger than log 26. This is base 10. So n, this is log 1.15 will bigger than log 26. So if you want to find n, something must be careful is you want to check the log 1.15 is a positive or negative. Because if 1.15 is a negative value, you move to the other side. This in equality symbol, you have to change side. Alright, so yeah, I press log 1.15, but should be positive lah. This one, okay, is positive 0.06. Because if log is less than 1, because a lot of common mistake is something like this. Let's say n log 0.5 will bigger than 1. then they will say log n will bigger than 1 over log 0.5. A lot of students think there's no problem for this part. But if you press the calculator, log 0.5 actually give you negative value. So that means this is wrong. If log 0.5 is negative value, your n will less than 1 over log 0.5. So this is something you must very alert when you do in the exam. If not, you will like lost 1 or 2 marks because of this. Alright. So in this case, it's just positive lah. So it's simple in this case. So we're bigger than log 26 divided by log 1.15. Okay, so 23.3 maybe. Alright, so n must be bigger than 23.3. So we can get 24, 25, 26, 27 until infinity. But then in this case, they want the minimum number. Mean the smallest number among all of these big number. So my n will be 24. Okay, because the nearest one is 24. You can take 100, and 100 is still bigger than 23. But then they want minimum number. Cannot take 23 because they must bigger than 23. If you take 23, means it's not bigger than 23, right? And yeah, when do we use sum or t? Okay, yeah, I reply the question of the Miro. Yes. Okay, so if you got the answer, let me just explain something over here. How to know the equation is geometric or arithmetic progression? Okay, good. Let me just give you some simple example here. Alright, so let's say I got 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, can be a very big number. If this one is geometric progression, second term divided by the first term will equals to third term over second term. Alright, so we see is it equal? Second term is 3, first term is 1, third term is 5 over 3. 3 over 1 is 3. 5 over 3, is it 3? Not 3, right? So this is not geometric progression. It's not GP. Alright, if AP, the formula is something like this. Second term minus the first term will same with the third term minus the second term. So let's see. Second term is what? 3 minus first term 1. Is it equals to the third term? 5 minus the second term 3. 3 minus 1 is 2. 5 minus 3 is 2. So both is equal, right? So this is AP. Alright, this is how we decide AP or GP. Alright, then yeah, I answer the question of Miro. Okay, when to use T and when to use the SN? Okay, it's something like this. T mean which term? Let's say we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? If I want to find the T7, T7 means the seventh term. I calculate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. 6 is 11. 7 is 13. So it's T7. This one is the seventh term. So we call T7 is 13. But what's the meaning for S7? S7 means we have to sum from first term to the seventh term. So S7 must always start from the first term. I mean 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 11 plus 13. This is the meaning for S7. Alright, S7 is totally different with T7. T7 means like the nombor yang ke-7. Okay? I mean T7. S7 means like jumlah dari nombor 1 ke nombor 7. Okay? Yeah, I hope you can understand my Malay. Yeah, so yeah, you just sum up everything, then you got S7. Alright, I hope I answer the question of the Miro. Right, so do not waste your time. Yeah, just move on to number 5 because we have so many questions here and then we already used 45 minutes for 4 questions. Oh my god. Okay, let me just erase this one. Okay, what is this one? I think this one is differentiation chapter. Alright, over here, he gives us a volume formula. He said this one is the volume of a container. And H is actually the height of the container. Alright, the container is heat up. And the height increased from 4 to 4.1. Alright. By using the differentiation, find the approximate change of the volume. So basically you want to find the approximate change of the volume. So in this case, over here I want to find the change of volume. Alright, so over here he gives us this one, change of height, right? So I got change of height. So you must know a formula is something like this. Change of y over change of x will equals to dy dx. This is the formula for small change. Alright, so we have to use this formula, but then we change x and y to h and v. So over here, change of v over change of h will equals to dv dh. Alright, what's the change of x? And what's the change of h? We always use the new value minus the old value. 4.1 minus the 4, which is 0.1. Okay, we got the change of x already. Change of h. Alright, then we want to find this one. So if I move the change of h to the other side, you know this one actually is dv dh multiple change of h, right? I just throw the change of h to the other side. Alright, so in this case, you got change of h already. You need to find dv dh. So we got the v. If you can differentiate this one, we can get dv dh. So in this case, if I want to differentiate this one, yeah, a lot of students might find very hard for them to differentiate. You can either multiple this one pi into both first, or you just leave it outside. It doesn't matter because pi itself is a constant number. dv dh. Okay, I show you if I didn't care about this one. So I will differentiate. We know power move in front minus 1, right? 2 move in front will be 16. Because 2 times 8 will be 16. H minus 1, which is 1. Alright, this one, 3 move in front, 3 multiple negative 1 over 3, we got negative 1. H, this one will be 3 minus 1 is 2. Okay, this is my dv dh. I cannot substitute this one into here to get change of v because what? I do not know what is my h. So here I want you to remember something. Please remember this one, very important. All the h here, we substitute the old values of h. Old value of h in this case is what? H is changed from 4 to 4.1, right? So this one obviously is the old values of h. So I'm going to substitute a 4 into this case. So equals to pi. 16 times 4 is 64. And then minus 4 squared minus 16. So basically this one will be, I use calculator, 64 minus 16 is 48 pi. Alright, so after I got this one ready, and I got this one ready, I can substitute into this formula. So change of v, what is my dv dh? dv dh will be 48 pi multiple 0.1. So 48 multiple 0.1 is just 4.8. So this is 4.8 pi. This is the change of v. Alright, is this formula given in exam? I think this formula is not given, but I'm not sure. You can check your formula list. But this formula is very easy to remember. Normally, it's given. Okay, then it's given. Alright, if given, then it should be no problem lah. Alright, next thing. Find the height of the container when its volume is maximum. Whenever you see maximum, minimum, stationary value or turning point, first information is dy dx will equal to 0. So if dy dx equal to 0, but in this case you might ask, we do not have dy dx, right? We have dv dh. So you want to make dv dh equal to 0, then you can find the maximum. So we got this one ready, right? So I'm going to write something like this. Pi 16h minus h squared equals to 0. So pi, I can settle, move to the other side, just 0, nothing special. So 16h equal to h squared. So h is just equal to 16. Okay, I got the h already. This one is not the volume. They want maximum height only. Oh, then this is answer. Because sometimes they want the maximum volume. If they want the maximum volume, you have to substitute the height into the volume formula. Alright, means you substitute this one like 16 square minus 1 over 3, 16 cube. Alright, because sometimes the question asks for volume. Alright. not given, only given in the rate of change of small change. Why want to cancel? Or why want to cancel? Okay, it's not cancel. It's something like if you move the pi to the other side, 0 divided by pi, right? You press the calculator, 0 divided by pi, is it equal to 0? So I just move the pi to the other side, becomes 0 over pi. It's still 0. So I can straight away cancel it. This is the mean of cancel. Pi times 0. Yes, it's pi times 0. Yeah, thanks for helping me to answer that one. Alright, so let me move on because we run out of time. Hence, calculate the maximum volume. Yeah, give your answer in pi. Alright, so now they want maximum volume already. So volume, yeah, just press the calculator. Pi is outside. This is 8 multiple 16 square minus 1 over 3 multiple 16 cube. Yeah, I think you press the calculator should give you some answer. I'm not sure. Okay, 16 square multiple 8 minus bracket 16 cube divided by 3. Alright, I believe you got this answer. 6, 8, 2 and 2 over 3 pi. Okay, just use the answer and substitute your h into the v. That's all, 2 marks. So over here, the whole question actually gives you 7 marks. So I would say differentiation is quite important. Same to integration. Well, a lot of students tend to like give up this chapter because they say it's something like impossible to understand. But for me, it's not really impossible. Alright, for this part, yeah, proof. Yeah, a lot of students so worried about proof, and then they keep on sending me message about please make more video about proof. Yes, I can understand that, but then actually proof is just a very little mark in the both paper. It makes maximum give you 4 marks only, but most of the time in SPM only give you 3 marks. So if you really like very bad in this part, you no need to like worry about very much on this part because it's just a very little mark compared to differentiation, compared to geometric coordinate, compared to circular measure. This one considered very little mark, and most of the time it's very easy. Don't think about too hard about this part. Right, so I'm going to start to do about this one. Okay, so normally when I prove, I'm going to use the more information, which is this part, to prove the second part. Okay, this one will be left hand side, right? So I start doing from left hand side. Okay, second square angle, let me see. Second square angle, sine 2 angle. Okay, this is 2 sine. Okay, sine 2 angle is 2 sine angle cos angle. Okay, yes, this is simple. So second square angle, I can change to 1 over cos square angle. Correct or not? Because second we know is 1 over cos. Second square is just 1 over cos square. So this is 1 over cos square angle multiple 2 sine angle cos angle. And then cos square, you know you have 2 cos, right? I minus 1 cos and 1 cos. So basically, I will have 2 sine angle, still have 1 cos angle on the bottom, right? So sine over cos equals to tangent. So this is 2 tangent angle, means 2 tangent theta. So proven. That's all. In SPM, maximum is 3 to 4 steps only for this kind of question. So if you do until 10 to like 15 steps, I think something wrong. Yeah, you better like check it again. Alright. Okay, for the second part. Y equals to tangent theta. Yeah, I ask you to sketch from 0 to 2 pi. Alright, this one is quite simple, but have the modulus. So I sketch the one without modular to show you first. But I'm going to sketch quite small because I have very limited space. Yeah, but just give you some idea. Alright. So for no matter sine and cos, for tangent, you know you have 2 lines. Actually, you will never touch one. Okay, so normally each time I will draw these 2 lines first, which is 90 degree and 270. Because tangent, you can never touch 90 and 270. You can press the calculator tangent 90 or tangent 270. The calculator will tell you is max arrow. Okay, middle is 180. Oh, sorry. Because in this case, they want pi. Isn't it? I cannot write degree. So I'm going to use this one is pi over 2. So this one is 3 pi over 2. This is 2 pi. This is pi. And then here will be 2 pi. Okay, I just changed everything in radian. Of course, you have to understand pi equals to 180. Alright. Now, I sketched the first one. First one is y equals to tangent x. Then only I show you what's the meaning for modulus. Tangent is very simple. From this is 0, right? From 0, you get very close to this line, and then you go until infinity. But you will never touch this line. And then you come down from bottom, you pass by 180, then you get very close to this line, but then you will never touch this line. You will get very close. And then you go until infinity, then you come down from bottom, you will stop at 360, which is 2 pi. Okay, this is y equals to tangent x. But modulus means what? Modulus means all the negative zone, you have to reflect to the positive. Alright, this one is negative, right? You have to reflect. So that means this one no more already, and this one no more already. So your graph will look like this. Like this, and like this. Okay, this is what your graph will look like. Let me just erase this one no more already. Right? Yes, so this is the answer. Okay, I hope you can understand about tangent. Yeah, actually I think I do sketch about tangent graph to show you how to do this one. Chelsea. Yeah, because I using the stylus to draw. It's not so easy to draw about this one. But yeah, as long as you can see it and you can understand it, it should be fine. So this one is y equals to modulus tangent angle. Modulus just means everything will be positive. Alright, this is the meaning of modulus over here. Alright, the second part, this part, they ask you to use the same as sketch the suitable straight line to find the number of solution. Okay, number of solution over here mean they want to find how many intersection point between the straight line and my tangent graph. Alright, so over here, if you want to find the straight line, you learn about y equals to mx plus c, right? Something important is all the line you must have y. The problem here is the whole equation here we do not have y. So we must think a way to find y, to put y into here. So what is the y here? Y is tangent angle, isn't it? Okay, if y is tangent angle, okay, what is the, okay, so over here you see actually you do not see any tangent angle. But then we know something over here. Is what? Okay, so this is y, right? So y is tangent angle. So I'm going to substitute into this formula. You see what happened. This is second square angle sine 2 theta equals to 2. What is my tangent angle? My tangent angle actually equals to y, right? Alright. So, but however, I have the modulus here. So I add the modulus here for both sides. But then I want y, right? My y modulus, I move the 2 to the other side. Equal to second square angle sine 2 angle over 2. Alright, so this one will be the y. Okay, you almost got the y here. But the problem is y must be over 2. This one do not have over 2, right? So what I will do is, I divided 2 for every single part. Alright, now the whole thing here is y already. Okay, so this is y minus 5 over 2 equals to 2x over 2 pi. Alright, so y is just 2x over 2 pi plus 5 over 2. So what you need to do is after you find out the equation of the straight line, you draw a table. Straight line you just need two values should be enough. I'll put x and y. And value I randomly, I put 0 here or 2 pi here. Because I'm trying to take the longest distance between 0 to 2 pi. Alright, 0 here. I substitute 0 here, I just got 5 over 2, which is 2.5. Alright, and then I put 2 pi over here, is 4 pi over 2 pi is 2. 2 plus 2.5 is 2 plus 2.5 is 4.5. So randomly my line is just somewhere here from 2.5 to 4.5. Yeah, I think it's something like this. Alright, of course you just label it. This is 2.5. And just label it. This one will be 4.5. Yeah, it just tell you it's 4.5. Then your number of solution will be 1, 2, 3, 4. Then just write 4 number of solution. Done. Alright, this is how we solve trigonometric function in paper 2. If I press calculator, want to press 22/7 or the symbol of pi, you straight away press the symbol of pi. It's more accurate. Okay. Yes, let's break for 1 minute, then we continue. Yes, any more questions?